So, good afternoon. Second year become computer applications, semester 4 web technologies, unit 1, HTML basics and HTML tags. So, today we will discuss about page formatting. So, what is page formatting and what are the different types of tags used to format a page. So first of all, we use body BG color tag and base font tags. So BG color and text color are two parameters or two attributes which are used to set or change the foreground color and background colors of a page. So to define the background color, use the BG color attribute in body tag. BG color attribute can be used with any tag or any type of tag in HTML. To define the text color, use the text attribute in the body tag. So to define the text color, we may use text attribute in the body tag. So to define the size of the text, type base font size is equals to n. So this is the example for using BG colors and text colors. BG color and text color. This is the example for example HTML program for using BG color and text colors. So HTML head title slash head body BG color is equals to black, text is equals to white. So here we are using two parameters or attributes, BG color and text. What is BG color? Background color. Text means text color or foreground color. Base font. So here we are going to change the background color and the text color of a HTML page. So next is how to use images or how to use pictures, graphics like JPG files, JPEG files, BMP files in the HTML program. So how to use image files, picture files, or how to insert images, pictures in a HTML program. So to use any type of HTML to use any type of graphics or images like JPG, JPEG, BMP files, we may use one tag called IMG SRC. We may use IMG SRC tag. What is IMG SRC? Means image, SRC means source. IMG means image, SRC means source. So the syntax is simple. IMG SRC is equals to within quotes some file name, some image file name dot extension, where image.ext indicates the location of the image file, where image.ext indicates the location of the image file. So the width, here there are two parameters are used. First one is called as width and second one is called as height. So here there are two parameters are used. First one is called as width and second one is called as height. Width is equals to n and height is equals to n. Generally these two parameters are used with to adjust the size of the image on the page, web page. Means here we may change the height of the image and width of the image to some numbers. So automatically the size of the image on the page will be changed. The attribute border is equals to n can be used to add a border in for a given image. So what is there are three parameters are used with IMG SRC tag. First one is called as width, second one is height, and third one is border. So what is first one is width. Width parameter is generally used to change the width of the image, and height parameter is used to change the height of the image, and border parameter is generally used to change the border of the image. So thickness of the border, change the border of thickness of the image. So border is equals to some n, border is equals to some n. So img src tag, img src tag is used to change the img src tag is used to insert any picture or insert like BMP files, JPG files, JPEG files into the HTML page. Next, alternate text. What is alternate text? Some browsers don't support images. In this case, the alt attribute can be used to create some text that appears instead of the image. So the syntax is img src is equals to within quotes some file name.jpg, alt is equals to within quotes some message. So whenever you place your pointer, mouse pointer on the screen, whenever you place a mouse pointer on the screen, and the image, that image will be that message will be automatically displayed. That message will be automatically displayed on the screen. So links. Next, another important concept in HTML is another important concept in HTML is links or web links or HTML links. Links or web links or HTML links. So what is a link? A link lets you move from one page to another, play movies and send email, download files and more. So what is a link? Generally link is nothing but it is generally links. All HTML links are displayed with a blue color. Whenever you plus on a particular link, the page will be, the navigation or the page will be moved from one page to another. So it is called as a HTML link or web link or page links. So a link has three parts: a destination, a label and a target. Destination and a label and a target. So to create a link type, what is the syntax of how to create links in HTML means ahref. How to create links means ahref tag is used. So how to create a link in HTML means, to create a link we may use ahref tag. What is ahref? Ahref means anchor. Href means anchor tag. It is called as anchor tag. So by using a tag or anchor tag, we may create links in HTML. So the syntax is ahref within quotes, ahref is equals to within quotes some link or URL or some page, some text /a. So this is the link. This is the syntax of the HTML links or web links or page links. So anatomy of a link. So what are the different parts? What are the different parts of links? So here the syntax is ahref is equals to within quotes some page.html, some text /a. In the above link, page.html is the destination. The destination specifies the address of the web page or the file the user will access when he or she clicks on the link. The label is the text that will appear underlying the highlighted the page. So in ahref tag, ahref is equals to within quotes page.html, So in the above syntax, page.html is the file name to be used or opened on the destination folder. The destination specifies the address of the web page. The destination specifies the address of the web page. Address of the web page or file the user will access when he or she clicks on the link. The label is the text that will appear underlined or highlighted on the page. So these are the examples of the Ahref links. How to create links. These are the examples of for how to create links. How to create links in HTML. So to create a link to CNN, so the syntax is Ahref. Ahref is equals to within quotes www.cnn.com within quotes close CNN/a. To create a link to MIT, I would syntax is Ahref is equals to within quotes www.mit.edu MIT/a. So these are the two examples. These are the two examples used for creating two links to HTML links by using Ahref tag. So next is how to change the color of the links. Changing color of the links, or how to change the color of the links. So the link, v-link and a-link attributes can be inserted in the body tag to define the color of the link, to define the color of the link. So link defines the color of the links that have not been visited. V-link defines the color of links that have already been visited, and a-link defines the color of the link when a user clicks on it. So here there are three types of attributes or parameters are used. First one is link, v-link and a-link. These three are generally used with anchor tag only, that is Ahref tag only. So link means defines the color of the link that have not been visited. V-link means defines the color of the links that have been already been visited. A-link means the color of the link when a user clicks on it. So using links to send emails. So how to use emails, how to use links, using links to send emails. So anchors. So another important concept in first unit is anchor. What is anchor? Anchors enable a user to jump to a specific place on a website. So anchors are generally used to move from one place to another place, or one page to another place in a HTML or a website. Two steps are necessary to create an anchor. First you must create the anchor itself, then you must create a link to the anchor. So how to create anchors in HTML? So to create anchors in HTML, we may use a tag. What is the syntax is a space name is equals to within quotes anchor name, some label /a at the point in the web page where you want to you want the user to jump. So to create the link, type Ahref is equals to within quotes #anchor name, label /a at the top, the point in the text where you want the link to appear. So another important concept in or another important essay type question in first unit is lists. So what are lists, and what are the different types of lists available, and here we discuss about all these things. So what are lists? Generally the data items in HTML, as we seen on the web pages or on internet. The list of items are generally displayed in the form of one after another by using some symbols or some using by alphabets like that. So simple example is courses. So courses offered in the college are from BA, BCom, BSc. So to display these three courses, we may use different options. We may use different options by simply displaying text by using BA, BCom and BSc, or by using these three lists by using with some symbols, or by displaying these three with some alphabets, or by using some symbols or some numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, etc., or by using some alphabets. So all these are called as lists. So what are the lists? Lists are nothing but to display some data or information. Lists are what are lists? Lists are nothing but to display some data or information, to display some data items, to display some data items in, by using some format is called as lists. So generally lists are displayed in different ways. So by using alphabets A, B, C, D, and by using some numbers 1, 2, 3, or by using some symbols like stars and circles and rectangles. So basically lists are basically two types. Lists are basically two types. First one is called as ordered list and second one is called as unordered list. So there are two types of lists are available: ordered list and unordered list. In ordered list, generally the data items are the list of items. In ordered list, the data items or the list of items are displayed in a sequence like 1, 2, 3, 4. That is a sequence. Or A, B, C. That is also one sequence. Or some Roman 1, 2, 3, 4. That is also one sequence. So to display the data or information in a to display some data or information in a some order is called as list. So basically there are two types of lists are available: ordered list and unordered list. Ordered list means ordered lists are a list of numbered items. So in order to create ordered list, we may use OL tag. To create ordered lists, we may use OL tag. What is OL tag? OL tag is used to create ordered list. OL tag is used to create ordered list. So there are two types of tags are available: OL tag and UL tag. OL tag is used to display the lists or list of items in an order, in a pre-order. That is some 1, 2, 3, 4 order, A, B, C, D order, or so like that. So the type of lists are called as ordered list. And unordered list. What are other type of lists means? What are the other type of lists means? Unordered list. In unordered list, we may display the data or information in not in a predefined order. Means in unordered list, we may use some symbols or some like stars, circles, or some filled in circles, arrows, bullet symbols. So all these items are called as unordered list. So by using unordered list, generally in unordered list we may use some symbols. We may use some symbols like circles, filled in circle, arrow keys, and star symbols, and like that. All these are called as unordered list. So to use unordered list or to create unordered list, we may use UL tag. To create unordered list, we may use UL tag. What is UL tag? UL/UL. UL and /UL is used to create unordered list. So OL tag is used to create ordered list, whereas UL tag is used to create unordered list. So in both the tags, or in both the tags, we may use LI tag, another tag called LI tag. What is an LI tag? LI tag is nothing but list item. LI tag is nothing but list item. So basically there are three types of tags. Are used in used to create a list in HTML. Basically, there are three types of tags are used to create a list in HTML. First one is OL tag, second one is UL tag, and third one is LI tag. OL tag means ordered list. OL tag means ordered list. UL tag means to create an ordered list, and LI tag means list item. To create list items, we may use LI tag. So there are basically three types of tags are used: OL tag and UL tag and LI. What is LI? LI is nothing but it is used to create list items. List items are list of items used in lists. So basically three types of tags are used. First one is OL tag for ordered list, and UL tag for unordered list, and LI tag is used for list items. LI tag is used for list items. So ordered list and unordered list also have some other parameters, other types of parameters and other types of attributes are generally used. So the type is equal to the type parameter. The type parameter is generally used to create some other type of data items or other type of data items or other type of data lists used with along with list items. So type tag is generally used to define which type of symbol, which type of method or which type of symbol is used for order tags, or which type of symbols used in unordered tag, like that. So the syntax is here, if you specify type is equals to A, means capital alphabets. If you specify type is equals to capital A, and type attribute is generally used for ordered list and unordered list and ordered list and unordered list and other type of items also, ordered list and other unordered list. So if you specify type is equals to capital A, it is used for capital letters, and if you specify type is equals to small a for lowercase letters, and if you specify type is equals to capital I for Roman numbers. Roman numbers are generally used for like Roman 1, Roman 2, Roman 3, like that. And if you specify type is equals to small I for Roman lowercase letters. So type is equals to capital A means capital alphabets, type is equals to small a means lowercase alphabets, type is equals to capital I means capital Roman letters, type is equals to small I means lower case Roman letters. So unordered list. So another till now we discussed about ordered list only. So another type of data items or another type of lists are called as unordered list. What are unordered lists? An unordered list is a list of bulleted items. So generally in ordered list, the data items are generally showed in a predefined order like 1, 2, 3, 4 or ABCD order. But in unordered list, generally we may use some symbols. In unordered list, generally we may use some symbols to represent the data items. So what are unordered list? An unordered list is a list of bulleted items. Generally in unordered list we may use different symbols, symbols like circle, filled in circle, and square, filled in square, and arrow keys, and bullet symbols, like that. So to create an unordered list, type UL/UL. To create an unordered list, type UL and /UL tag. So to create ordered list, we may use OL tag, OL/OL. Similarly, to create unordered list, we may use UL tag, UL/UL. So the syntax is UL list LI list item, LI list item 2, LI list item 3, and slash ul means slash ul. So this is the syntax of using unordered list. Here is how it would look like on the web. So in generally in unordered list we may use or we may create the list with some symbols, like circles and some symbols like so more unordered list. And then in this slide we may explain about more options or more parameters which are available with unordered list. So the type is equals to type parameter. The type parameter is used with unordered list is also. So the syntax is type is equals to shape. Type is equals to shape attribute allows you to change the type of bullet that appears. So we are also allowed to change the symbol of the bullet symbols which are used in unordered list. So we may change the symbol of the list item also. So if you give type is equals to circle means it displays some circles, and if you give type is equals to square means it displays some square symbols, and if you give some type is equals to disk, it displays some disk symbols like that. Forms. So another important another important set of question in HTML, another important question from HTML unit 1 is forms or web forms or HTML forms. So what are forms, what are HTML forms or web forms, and what are form controls? So there are two important concepts. One is called as forms, the second one is called as form control. So what is a form and what is a form control? So what are the forms? An HTML form is an area of the document that allows users to enter information into fields, and a form may be used to collect personal information, opinion in polls, user preferences, and other kinds of information like that. So what is an HTML form or a form? Generally HTML form or a form is nothing but it is a data entry screen. It is a data entry screen where we may enter some data or information, where we may enter or accept some data or information in the form of some HTML form is an area of the document allows users to enter some information into the fields. The form may be used to collect personal information, opinion in polls, user preferences, and other kinds of information. So while using forms, there are two concepts are used. First one is creating forms. The second one is creating and placing form controls. So these are the two important concepts which are used in forms. So the first concept is creating a form. The second concept is creating a form is the first concept. The second concept is creating placing some form controls on the screen. So these are the two. Why we require? So what are the necessity of using forms? So generally HTML forms or data entry forms are used to capture some data or information, or to create some data entry screens for the users in the internet. So by using some HTML information, by using various controls like text box control, submit button control, and list box control, radio button control, and checkbox control, generally we may use it to collect some data or information from the users and store the data or information into the screen, into the servers or like that. So there are two basic components of a web form: the shell, the part that the user fills out, and the script which processes the information. HTML tags are used to create the form shell. Using HTML, you can create text boxes, radio buttons, check boxes, drop down box menus, and more. So Generally, forms have two concepts. First one is called as creating a form. Second one is called as placing some controls on a form. Second one is called as placing some controls on a form to capture or to input some data or information. So this is the example. This is the simple example of using a form. This is the simple example of creating a form. So here in this form we use different fields or different fields and different labels and different controls on placed on the form. So the labels are first name, last name, type of shirt, size, like that. So here we are using some text boxes, drop down menus or drop down boxes, radio buttons, check boxes, and text area control, submit button, reset button, like that. So every form have different controls. Every form have different form controls on it. They are called as different form controls on it, like text boxes and check boxes, radio buttons, drop down boxes, and text area controls, submit button, reset button, like that. So the form shell. What is a form shell? A form shell has three important parts. The form tag, which includes the address of the script which will process the form. The form elements like text boxes and radio buttons. The submit button, which triggers the script to send the entered information into the server. So creating the cell. So how to create a form? In the next in this PPT or in this slide, we may explain about how to create a form. Shell means form. So to create a form, we may use form tag. To create a form, we may use form tag. So what is the syntax of the form tag? Form, some method is equals to post, action is equal to some within quotes script URL. So to create a form, so what is the how to create a form in HTML? So in HTML generally forms are created with form tag. So what is the syntax of form tag? Form method is equals to some post and action is equal to some URL, and where script URL is the address of the script. Create the form element and end with a closing form. So by using form slash form. So by using form and slash form, we may create forms or HTML forms or data entry screens. So what are the form elements? What are the form elements or form controls? There are many types of form controls or form elements are used, like text box control, radio button control, check box control, list box control, submit button control, text area control, and like that. So first of all, we start with so how to use or how to create form controls. We simply create form controls or place the form controls on a form. So generally form controls are generally used to accept or gather some data or information from the end user. So we start with first form control, that is text boxes. So what is a text box? A text box is a rectangular in shape, and it generally accepts some data or information, any type of data or information, like some numbers, alphabets, or addresses, anything. So how to create a text box in a form? So to create a text box, simply type input type is equals to text. So how to create a text box in a HTML form? So we may use input tag. So how to create a text box in a HTML form? So to create any form control, we may use one tag called input tag. Input tag is used to create any form controls, like so how to create text boxes on a form. So to create any form controls or any type of form control, like text boxes, radio buttons, and check boxes, text area control, list box, anything, we may use input tag. We may use one tag called input tag. Input tag is generally used to create any form control, to create any type of form control on a HTML form. So How to create a input tag or a text box control on a form by using some input tag. So what is the syntax of input tag? Input type is equals to within quotes some text, input type is equals to within quotes some text, space name is equals to within quotes some name, and space value is equals to within quotes some value, and size is equals to some n, space max length is equals to some m. So this is the syntax of using text box control. So what is the syntax of using text box control? To create any type of form controls like text box control, form control, or list box control, submit button control, reset button control, checkbox control, radio button control, or any type of control, we may use a common syntax or a common tag called input tag, a common tag called input. So by using input tag only, we may create different types of form controls. So input type is equals to text, input type is equals to text, name is equals to within quotes some name, and value is equals to within quotes some value, and size is equals to some n, and max length is equals to n. So input type is equals to within quotes text means to create a text box. Input type is equals to within quotes some radio means to create a radio buttons. Input type is equals to some checkbox means to create some check boxes. Input type is equals to text area, or input type is equals to submit means to create some submit button or to create some save buttons. Similarly, input type is equals to reset means to create some reset buttons. So here we may use different types of parameters, or parameters are used, like name is equals to within quotes some name. Name means to create some name or to assign some name to the control, and value is equals to within quotes some value means to assign some initial value to the control. The size is equals to n, where n is the size of the number of positions or number of positions or size of the field. Max length is equals to n means maximum length of the control. So here the name, value, size, and max length attributes are optional. So all these are optional, we may use or may not be used, but depending on the programming or depending on the program, we may use them. Right. So what are the different attributes or parameters? What are the different types of different attributes or parameters or characteristics of text box filter? So the name attribute is generally used to identify the text box on the processing script. The value attribute is used to specify the text that will initially appear in the text box. The size attribute is used to define the size of the box, and the max length attribute is used to define the maximum number of characters that can be typed in the box, like that. Next is, so this is the simple example. This is the simple example of using a text box control. So this program explains how to use a text box control on a form. So syntax is first name, input type is equals to text, name is equals to within quotes first name, and value is equals to some within quotes some text, and size is equals to within quotes some value, size is equals to 20, like that. So creating larger text areas. Another type of form control is creating text areas. What is a text area, and what is the difference between a text box and a text area controls? So text box is generally used to accept some line of text only. Generally it contains some 255 characters. Text area control is used to accept some multiple lines of text. Text area control is generally used to accept some multiple lines of text. Text area control is generally used to accept some multiple lines of text, or more lengthy text, or more length of the text. So to create larger text areas, we may use text area control or text area tag. So to create larger text areas, the syntax is text area, name is equals to within quotes some name, rows is equals to n1, the columns is equals to n2, and wrap and default text slash text area. So where n1 is the height of the text box in rows and n2 is the width of the text box in rows. Wrap attribute causes the cursor to move automatically to the next line as the user types. So